Have you guys ever just woke up hard as hell? I'm talking your meat so erect. It looks like the Thing from Marvel. You know what I'm saying? It looks like straight rocks. You know, you just wake up with a big ass bulge in your pants. That shit just hanging out like this. Yeah, man. I definitely woke up like that this morning. I say all that because this nigga Soldier Boy ain't gonna be having that same feeling for a long ass time. If you guys have been watching The Boys is on like a generational run of being ass in this last season. It is turbo ass. And we only have one episode left. And I'm not going to lie to you, this shit, like there's no way that they're going to be able to wrap up everything. So why not talk about one of the best characters in the show, or at least was one of the best characters in the show, Soldier Boy. So when we first see Soldier Boy, we find out that he was Homelander before Homelander. He was the strongest superhero, unless they say something else. He was the strongest superhero. He was like the symbol of America. He was literally just a spinoff of Captain America, and nobody else could really fuck with him, right? So he has his team called Payback, and his team, I ain't gonna lie, his team is ass. His team was pure ass. He had a mosquito on his team who died by a rocket. You're garbage. He had a black nigga on the team, Black Noir. Shout out to my guy. He was cool. He was good. But yeah, Crimson Countess, who I don't even know her power. I really don't. And he had these twins, the Firecracker twins or something, where they would just what did they do? I don't know. They put their hands out for a fucking high five or some shit. I don't know. His team was ass. Okay. And that same team that he trusted, ended up betraying him. His team sold him out to the Russians, right? So now when they sold him out to the Russians, you know, this man is over here. He's getting tortured every single day by the Russians and experimented on. And then boom, he gets put in the cryo chamber, right? For years on end. Also, I apologize if you guys hear my girlfriend screaming on the outside of the room. She's on the phone right now with her friend. But actually, hold on. You want to? So we come right back and we see Soldier Boy again. Like I just said, this nigga is getting his boogina ate by the Russians right now while they're experimenting on him, and he is asleep for years on end. But before any of this happens, we find out that this man was alive for over 100 years. When he first came into the scene, he didn't have powers. You know, he wasn't just born with powers like how Homelander was. His dad hated him because he was a bitch. And then he went to go get some powers. And then his dad hated him because he was a cheating bitch. So that happened. And, you know, the experiments was, you know, horrible. They felt like cancer. And he had like a brother. His name was Quinn. And Quinn was like the superstar. So he was getting overshadowed. And yeah, Soldier Boy was looking like a bum. Anyways, I don't know. The past kind of sucks, and they're making Vault Rising to explain more of his past. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But anyways, so when Billy Butcher frees him from the cryo chamber, he finally gets free, and he is agreeing to work with Butcher. And Butcher tells him, hey, man, we can help you find your old team so you can get your revenge, but you got to help us kill Homelander. Nigga said, I bet. So he goes out, you know, and he starts finding out his team one by one. He finds Crimson Countess, right? And he's talking about how he loved her. And the whole time I was in the cryo chamber, I wanted you to come save me. This bitch over here, 78 years old, throwing ass on just Discord. You know what I'm saying? She got her titties in the camera. She like, oh yeah, you want to see these massive fucking doodle bops on my chest, nigga? All while she's doing this, she's in a fucking trailer park, dude. So, you know, imagine one of your teammates that was a part of the old Avengers has gone so broke and has become so ugly that she got to throw ass on an off-brand OnlyFans site. That's pretty much what was going on. And again, she did this in a trailer park. This bitch was making no money. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Anyways, so he finds her and, you know, he's like, I loved you. Why didn't you come for me? And Crimson Countess is like, nigga, we didn't love you. Me and everybody else on the team, we didn't love you. We hated you. Your dick was musty. And it was small when it was on soft. Microscopic. How can you be the captain of America, of my team, with a microscopic penile system? Okay, she didn't say all that, but that's, I felt like that. Anyways, so Soulja Boy, he gets mad, he rage quits, he blows up the entire area, kills Crimson Countess, boom. Right? So then he goes to find the other roommates and or teammates, and of course he bodies them. Nothing really happens. It's just a quick little dead. So that moves us to the Homelander part. So now, he goes to Herogasm with Butcher, and Butcher has powers now. First off, I know this is his cup of tea, going to Herogasm, which is literally just a Diddy party minus the minors, and just a whole bunch of soups. It has a whole bunch of soups. They're all adult, but there's no minors there. Hopefully, as far as we know. But yeah, just seeing everybody slinging it around, I would have been mad, bro. I would have been mad. That whole mansion probably smelled like, I don't know, used STD condoms. It probably smelled horrible. You know what I mean? So walking through that, and he can't die. He's immortal. So walking through that and knowing that you have to live with that every single day, doo-doo water. That literal doo-doo water. There was a dude there that when Mother's Milk, when he opened the door, he got busted on. And it was like a huge, the whole outfit was covered in it. So yeah, I would have been watching my step. I would have been mad as hell. Anyways, so he finds Homelander and he's about to kill Homelander. Like him, Butcher, and then Huey. They start jumping the mess, like JJK type jumping him. And he's about to get killed. But Homelander magically somehow just like pushes all three of them off, flies away, whatever. So bag fumbled. Then he finds out that Homelander is his son because he went to go, get one out in a jar, and then that jar turned into a science experiment, and boom, Homelander popped out. Then he finds out he has a grandson, Ryan, right? So after finding all this out, he tells Homelander that, hey, you're my son, but you're such a lame nigga, I gotta kill you. Pulls up on Homelander and pretty much tells him that exact shit. And then he starts whooping on him. Ryan gets in the way and he's about to kill Ryan. And then Butcher come over here. He's talking about something. No, not the kid. Stop. Stand down, 5. Soulja Boy's like, bro, son, wait, hold on. Homelander fucked your wife and you want to save the brat? The hell's the matter with you? Anyways, so even after they agreed to everything, Soulja Boy has to start fighting Butcher now. He is fighting another Homelander now because Butcher has pretty much the same powers as Homelander at this point. And the whole team is jumping him. He's getting jumped by Starlight, Queen Maeve, Butcher. It's like, nigga, this was not part of the paperwork. This is not what I signed up for, big dog. It's not. So the fact that the fact that he signed the terms and conditions and then terms and conditions just flip-flopped out of nowhere, that's some BS. I gotta admit, for Soulja Boy, that is some BS, right? So after he gets knocked out, he gets put back in a cryo chamber. This nigga is slumped for the second time. So I just broke my goddamn chair. So now, we fast forward until the last season. Homelander opens up the cage for Soulja Boy. And Soulja Boy, through all these trials and tribulations, he's beefing with Homelander. And then all of a sudden, he's not beefing with Homelander. And then Homelander is beefing with him. Whatever. We find out, very terrible writing, by the way, that Homelander was in love with this woman named Stormfront. Stormfront is a Kanye West type of nigga or type of woman. You know what I'm saying? all my niggas, Nazis, hell, bitch nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can't do the fucking pose, and I can't say the name on here because this video might get boomed, but a Red Skull activist, let's say. You know what I'm saying? You make a plus sign, and then at the end of each plus sign, you put a little, yeah. So she didn't like anybody. She was a white supremacist. There we go. She didn't like no black people. And we find out that was Soulja Boy's true lover for years on end. And I can only imagine, like, dating a white supremacist has got to be some of the most boring shit ever. It really does. Like, I know that pussy smell like ass. And you telling me you hitting that like Stormfront? Come on, dude. No white supremacist knows the meaning of soap. So the fact that he was with her for years, it's just disgusting. Anyways, he really does love her. Again, this came out of nowhere, by the way. This came out of nowhere with the writing. And he sees a video of Homelander, technically Stormfront's son, smashing Stormfront. He was in her. He was, you know what I'm saying? She got burnt up to a crisp, and she was over there using them nubs to just, stroke the dragon, trying to make the fire breath come out. And, Homelander was just using her as a little toy while she was crippled, essentially. So he just watched his ex-wife, essentially, get freaked in by his son. It's so weird. I don't know. It was so stupid. It was so weird. Anyways, so he sees that, but then he gets this V1 thing, which makes Homelander immortal. And again, this is where it goes to beefing with and not beefing with this character. I don't know. I'm telling you guys, the season 5 writing is horrible. Soulja Boy doesn't know what side he wants to be a part of, but he finally decides that he wants to rock with Homelander because this is what Stormfront would have wanted. That bitch dead. Don't worry about her. Worry about you. Anyways, so she's dead. And like I said, he gives him the V1. Homelander's now immortal. And Homelander is trying to play the role of God. Like, he's telling everybody, glaze me right now. If you don't, you will die. Somehow people still support that. And Soulja Boy tells him straight up, like, bro, I don't want to be around you no more. Listen, I made you immortal. I did that for Clara. That's Stormfront's real name. I did that for her. And that's it. You're weird, and I'm never coming back to see you again. Homelander puts this nigga in the head like you ain't seen who again, nigga? You ain't seen who again, nigga? I'll eat your motherfucking ass if you say you ain't gonna see me again, nigga. Get closer to the motherfucking mic. Tell the mic how much of a bitch you is, nigga. Yeah, go to sleep. Go to sleep, nigga. Yeah. Now I'm gonna take your shield and I'm gonna put up my urethra while you sleep. Anyways, he didn't say all that, but Homelander chokes him out. And this is Soulja Boy. This is supposed to be like, he's supposed to be fighting back, right? Soulja Boy's supposed to be throwing them hands. He gets choked out in 10 seconds and gets put right back in a cryo chamber. If this wasn't YouTube, I'd be spreading my butt cheek on the camera and taking a poop on the camera to let you know how shitty this season really is. That's pretty much what happens. That's really all what happens. Soulja Boy helps his son. His son then knocks him out and puts him into a permanent sleep. And then to make matters worse, it's been confirmed. It's been said on IGN and all these other like big time accounts that Soulja Boy is not going to be in the final episode. So that's the end of his story. What the hell are we doing? You did all that, and now you're not even getting a proper send-off. And again, they're doing all this to make the show Vault Rising. I'm not tuning into that because I don't care that much about his past. He literally explained everything already. Why do I want to see it? And I damn sure don't want to rock with a white supremacist as a main character. I really don't, and I don't care. Stormfront was just like, she was a cool villain when she was around, but I don't care about her that much. So yeah, this man Soulja Boy got hoed until the end. And I don't know how they're going to wrap everything up in time. Didn't even get a solution to this problem. His whole thing was to kill Soldier Boy, so that's not happening. I don't know. Like I said, the season, it's just been horrible. It's really been horrible. And yeah, I can only hope for a mid ending.